Something a little different today, so bear with me. It will, I hope, be worth a few minutes of your time. Assuming that it is a few minutes. I mean, I'm at the start of this now, so who knows how long I'll waffle on for. Anyway, if there's one thing that we're told regularly about YouTube channels, it is that you should find your niche and stick to it, which is fair enough and sensible advice that I have so far completely ignored. More accurately, I've struggled to translate the rather scattershot world of the Desperate Living website to this channel. For those of you unfamiliar with it, Desperate Living is a deliberately chaotic collision of pop culture, movies, music, art and so on, with curious tales from the fringes of history and furiously opinionated socio-political arguments and explorations of weird news stories and eccentric food and drink. Other stuff too, I'm sure. It seems to work on the whole in the sense that being an online magazine that is not about anything in particular and so about everything. Just as mainstream or non-mainstream magazines can go from celebrity interviews to gritty true life stories to features on classic movies to lists of the best bars in a city. None of that seems especially weird or disconnected. YouTube, I suspect, is a different animal. We're still at the start of our YouTube journey. The occasional post from the past aside, we really only began this channel in earnest in May. The perceived wisdom is that it takes a lot longer than this for any channel to settle on a direction, that your particular niche will eventually form as certain videos prove more popular than others and you begin to focus on one particular theme. That might well be true for people who start YouTube channels just because they want to have a YouTube channel, but have no particular sense of what it should be about. I can see how they might throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, then worry away at that for the rest of their lives. Or at least they simply try to build a cult of personality without actually having any plan beyond becoming a famous influencer. And you know, whatever works. It takes time to develop a style and direction, maybe even to have the skill and the confidence to move into a more focused direction. I like to think that I've paid my dues over the years, essentially writing about the same sort of things for over 3 decades. Yeah, I'm positively ancient by YouTube standards. And some people might think that I'm stuck in a rut. I don't think that anything I've done here is completely disconnected from anything else. It all makes sense to me, and hopefully to the people who've read the magazines and the websites that I've published since 1987. At the same time, I'm also aware that this might all feel a bit too random for some people. I've already held back from a couple of planned videos because I honestly couldn't justify them on this channel, because they feel a bit too removed from whatever else is going on here, what I feel that I'm doing here. So I'm going to do what everybody seems to suggest is the sensible thing, to cover different subjects and avoid feeling trapped by audience expectations. Older viewers, remember when your favourite comic suddenly joined forces with the other comic that you didn't read and half your favourite strips were dropped? Well, we're doing the opposite of that. I'm splitting this project up into more focused niches, which means a new channel that can focus on what we've been calling Lost Histories, leaving this one to concentrate on the movies, the music and the pop culture, or unpop culture, as is often the case. We might well have a third channel in the wings too, focusing on oddball tech and related subjects, something that is definitely something that I want to explore but absolutely doesn't quite fit in here. You might be wondering why I'm doing this so early into this project. Well, it seems better to narrow in on subjects before things get too far down the line and it becomes more difficult to extract one part from another. A quick scout around YouTube reveals that there are plenty of people doing likewise, often with multiple channels that frankly feel as though they could all be in one place, so connected to the subjects. Obviously, I'm aware that there will be points where our own subjects might seem interchangeable, stories that could appear on either channel. But I hope, for the most part, we'll have a notable divergence of subject matters that justifies this separation. The great thing is that for those of you who have cross-directional interests in everything we do, or perhaps simply can't get enough of my good looks, dulcet tones and winning personality, this costs you nothing. Just subscribe to the other channel and you'll never miss anything. But if you don't care about one aspect of what we cover, it will no longer be popping up to confuse you or put you off. Well, for the most part. Lost histories and pop culture are pretty broad subjects after all, and you are unlikely to like every single thing that appears here or there. Anyway, all this is to let you know that our new channel, The Overlooked Hotel, yes, has opened for business. You can follow the link below to visit the site and check out our first post. Pop over, subscribe, like, comment and share, and do the same here of course. Every subscription and review helps build what we're doing here and ensures that we can keep on doing it. And feel free to let us know if you think this is a great idea or a mad folly in the comments. It won't make any difference, but I'm curious to know your thoughts. Thanks for listening to this public service announcement. We'll be back with more cultural oddities in a few days.